sports, college football. And the Terrapins ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Nittany Lions offense has the ball first today. Last time these two met, it was a beatdown, and I'm sure these guys would love to land the first punch in this one.
Bragging rights and setting the tone right from the beginning of the game, right? I mean, they came in, were shot out of a cannon. They were playing with so much energy and so much fire. They just overwhelmed their opponent the last time out there.
And I promise you, they've heard about it a lot, right? They've been poked, they've been prodded. It's been mentioned. It's been running through the facility all week long. You've seen it on social media. The clips of the last matchup to provide a spark, some hate, some anger to get them going for this football game.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. The give. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
Coaches look at this stat every...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Needs it here on 4th down. He will be stopped short of the line to gain, and they'll turn it over on downs. So Maryland's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And for the first time in this game, we get a look at Big Dorian Fleming. We got a duel in this game with 2 of the better tight ends in the country. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Hits inside, it's Williams. Turning it on! Past the 20. Touchdown, Maryland! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your
nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
This defense will bring pressure from the linebacker level, from the cornerback level, free safety level, and the strong safety level. They're bringing it from all over the field.
The Nittany Lions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Flip it out to the back on the screen. Tried to set up the screen, and the defense wasn't having it.
Nice job by the defense on that play, sniffing out the screen pass. They had their eye on the ball. They're able to rally to the running back, gain of no yards.
Got him downfield. Oh, he's got some space. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. The run inside. It's Martin. Could be an alley. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone. And the Nittany Lions kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Run in the red zone. It's Hansen. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. On the move, it's Martin. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point is good. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Trying to get outside, it's Danzy. Got room at the 35. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Terrapins racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Makes the catch. It's Fleming. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. Looking to pass. It's Washington. Catch in the middle. It's Fleming. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend it.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his...
Makes a grab and room to run. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone. And the Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. He wants to throw it again. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins! On the sideline, got it in the end zone.
And this is the part of the field where you gotta love to have the big tight ends. These guys are used all over the field now. Find those mismatches, Palmer. Nice throw, nice catch.
Man, I remember a time when tight ends were good for 5-yard out routes and blocking. How nice is it to have a guy with this guy's size and speed to stretch the field vertically, get into the end zone quickly, and be a great target for you? That's every quarterback's dream.
The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Leaves it with the back. Pass to 6. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Sells to run, looking to pass. Here comes the heat. Blasted as he lets it go. And he almost had a pick.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Long way to go on 2nd down. The ride. Sees a crease. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Rid of it on the RPO. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Ground game really important. Let's take a look at how these running backs have fared through one quarter of play. Leaves it in his belly. Strong run, picks up 6 down to the 22-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
There he goes. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. Give him 88 yards on the ground so far, and he is closing in on that 1,200-yard mark for the season. He is denied, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defense going all in to stop the run. On play action. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Penn State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And he tacks on the extra point. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
The Terrapins will get things going on offense as they come onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. From the gun, it's Coleman Williams. Driven back. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know what.
Here's trouble. Ball's out in the end zone. Ball was loose in their own end zone, and the defense recovered it for a touchdown. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Got an alley. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
The handoff as they run the counter play here. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He makes the catch. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45.
And those in-breaking routes, man, it's got to be trust. Trust in the offensive line to do their job, and then trust that you know your receiver is going to break that off and come straight down the line of scrimmage. Stay away from the defense, especially those guys that sit back there trying to look at the quarterback's eyes and read them. Nice timing on that in route.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Fires to the wideout. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down. The Terrapins will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Gets his first one of the day away. He might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Hansen. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end.
Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
And it's a good... defense, man. The first 2 drives, they put scoring drives together, and they didn't get stops when they needed it. On the 3rd downs, nice job coming up big on a 3rd down, forcing the 4th down, and hopefully now getting off the field.
He's got great speed. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Maryland's offense comes out ready to go on the attack. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
2nd and long here. To throw, it's Washington. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. 3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Terrapins line up to punt it away.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
In a brand new era in Happy Valley, new head coach in Matt Campbell, Drew Allergon at quarterback. Rocco Beck comes in from Iowa State, David, and lots of eyes on Rocco Beck. Did a lot of really good things during his time in Ames, Iowa, and he's now got to be able to take this Nittany Lion offense to the next level. Everyone that's watched this guy play knows he's got lots of ability, and he's going to get an opportunity to put that on display today.
Lots of ability, new environment, obviously familiarity with the coaching staff is good, but there's also something to all of those starts. You know, this guy has seen it all. He's been there. He's done that, right? Like, Interested to see all the pieces that were brought with him. But you're right, new year, new system, new fans to get used to in a new place. But Rocco Beck's been a dude throughout his college career.
The Nittany Lions will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to make this catch. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Running inside, it's Williams. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Washington. Fires to the big fella. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Motion from the wide receiver. Rushes on. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their first. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Punt is on its way. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Taken down right away. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Caught. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. The Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Moving out to the right. Trying to make magic with his feet. At the 35, he's open. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. It's one thing to get that huge play. Now you got to cash it in with 6. 1st and 10 from the 24.
Well, the defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
Finds the tight end. Breaks into the open. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. The Nittany Lions will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Tells the run, wants to pass. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Penn State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
The Terrapins will get things going on offense as they come onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Back to throw, it's Washington. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems...
Throws it deep. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. And they head to the locker room to quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
Coach Loxley told me coming out of the locker room, this is a crucial moment for his offense. They have the ball to start this third quarter, but they cannot continue to make the same mistakes. He doesn't feel that 14 points is too big of a differential to make up, but the offense has to start playing clean and efficient football right now. Back to you.
All right, Ollie.
Right, stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. The Terrapins in the hurry up. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Going for the big play. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second-half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead. He's had a day, 103 yards on the ground, and he is well within striking distance of a 1,200-yard rushing season. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll run the screen. Turns it on at midfield. Turning it on. The 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the 2nd half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you've got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Give to the running back. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Look out! And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
On the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Holly, what update do you have on that?
Hey guys, here on the Penn State sideline, players are really starting to feel this momentum. They've got a big lead here in this game, and they were expected to be just where they are. Guys are talking to each other. Keep eating, keep eating.
Lots of room to run. At the 20. Touchdown, Penn State! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
What execution by the offense. The quarterback making the right decision on the defender quickly. Get it to your running back. And how about the wide receivers and everybody else blocking in space, create an alley so the running back can do the rest and make the huge play for the touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Maryland's offense comes out ready to go on the attack. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
If you want to test the physicality of a defense, get the toss play going. Get the outside run game working, because those DBs are going to have to find ways to fight off blocks, and you're going to find out just how badly these little guys want to put their face in the fan.
Fires quickly, and they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
And the Terrapins with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll send the tight end in motion. Finds his man on the RPO. At the 35, he's got room. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. The Terrapins will line it up on 1st and 10. Sells to run, looking to pass. Right side, it's Howard. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. In the backfield, it's Durr. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Finds his big tight end. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or 2.
Complete. Touchdown, Terrapins! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Here in the second half of this game, you're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. And if they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. Got some green grass. He's got the 1st down. Oh, a lot of space. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Penn State. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Guys, checking in from the Terrapin sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Under pressure, and he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Keeping his eyes downfield. Going to try to get it himself. He slides past the 1st down marker, and he'll convert that 3rd and long.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the 1st down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air. It's Washington. Got his man. Could not make his way to the corner.
That cornerback putting his face in the fan, I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. They're all over it. Fires to the tight end. He'll be stopped short, and they'll force a 4th down. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He's going to throw deep right side. Makes a catch. 1st down and maybe a lot more. Touchdown, Maryland! And they take it in for 6 more points.
As quarterbacks, you want to find your best matchup in these critical 4th downs. He found it and took a shot, and it paid off. Huge touchdown.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Nittany Lions sideline, there is so much enthusiasm on the sideline right now. This running back has been brilliant today. Over 200 yards rushing, and he continues to run strong. The coaches told us he gets stronger as the game goes on. We'll see how much longer they keep him out there. With a big lead, he has been brilliant so far today. Reese?
Appreciate that, Holly. Handoff again. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Got to make the play on 4th. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the 1st down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Might as well run him again. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a 1st down. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Trucks through. Ball is loose. And this fumble bounces out of bounds. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll move the wide receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Martin. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Gives it. There's a crease. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking for the edge. He'll toss it. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Great job by the back on the option. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They'll try it over the left side. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the fourth quarter you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Hamilton. Rush right in his face. Finds his big tight end. And how about that? What the doctor always... An explosive play to the 40. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. And the Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Snap in the shotgun. Oh, pressure's coming. And just not enough field to hold that one. It's incomplete. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Wants to keep it in the air. Has to throw it away on 3rd down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where every...
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Snapped on 4th down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their 1st. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Here comes the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Hamilton. Rush is on. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Penn State will spend its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Snapped it, and he has to have it. He's going to run it. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And that decision will be questioned for a while. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Look out! Max got it on the screen. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left. And the Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll go to the air. Slips through his hands and incomplete, and they had everything set up for the screen except the catch.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Great place to start for this offense. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick give. It's Smith. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. With the clock running, this should be the final play. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of